Probably I'm most proud of my students because many of my students are great leaders in the community. They practice in pediatric physical therapy. We have strong relationships that have endured over time. So my students, number one, but I would think my colleagues would say it's my effort to collaborate and do research, scholarship, teaching, service. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you. This was recently published along with local colleagues. They're wonderful. I'm really grateful for that. And another book that I wrote recently out was this on health promotion. Again, these are interprofessional books written with colleagues in physical therapy, occupational therapy, and other disciplines that relate to healthcare. Very proud of that.
She has contributed multiple books and chapters in the field of health and wellness and in the field of pediatric physical therapy. She has worked in many settings with children and with other community dwellers, doing screening and doing research. So her work would have a long-lasting actually effect, not only on the profession, but actually on the community at large.
So these aren't really memories that are discrete, but rather they're things that happen every year that I get excited about because they're really fun. One is related to the pediatric lab. Every year I have a baby lab, a child lab, and this year we added a therapeutic play lab. And in this lab, the students engage in assessment and treatment of kids who are typical. And they learn developmental reflex testing and motor development, and they do head circumferences and weight. They do a lot of fun things, musculoskeletal exam. But what's the most fun about it is the people who come to the lab bring their babies. They're oftentimes alumni, so I get to see alumni from years past. Or I have faculty members who bring their kids in. Staff members have brought kids in. It's really fun to see these children grow, and they come back year to year.
Probably one of my favorite things with her is just like all the different lab experiences that we've had. We always get people from the community to come and bring their children in for us to do different assessments on, or just to kind of gain more experience working with kids. And it was probably in our baby lab was my favorite. Catherine got down on the floor and was crawling around with all the kids, being a kid herself. And I think it's just in that moment you realize just how much she loves what she's doing. I know that Dr. Thompson is a huge influence in the pediatric community. She dedicates, just about every minute she's not in the classroom, whether she's providing direct services to children. A lot of that is pro bono services. So she just wants to make sure that these kids in the Kansas City area are getting whatever services they need, whether or not she's directly getting paid for it. She's always volunteering with different organizations that are promoting more just a greater knowledge of kind of what's out there for kids that have disabilities and working to advocate for them in whatever way she can.
I think I'm most proud of what I've contributed to families, and this is from my work working with children in early intervention, children who are identified at a young age, who are atypical, and parents are worried, they're panicked, they feel like they're unprepared for taking care of a child with special needs. And I've had the privilege of going into homes of individuals, families, where they welcome me into their home, they confide in me about the issues they face with their children, and I help them teach their children how to develop and grow healthy. I will miss the people here at Rockhurst. I love people here at Rockhurst. I've met people in my department. They're all wonderful, fun-loving, brilliant people, but I've also met people across campus. I mean, everywhere from Julie in security, who helps me set up, parking for my labs, to people in computer services who save my day, our staff who support me in the office, and the visionaries who've made everything happen here. So the print shop, I can mention, I smile when I think about all the people I've met here, and they're really amazing people. I think about not only how they've impacted my life, but my son went to school here. People like Katie Madigan, whose passion for France, and she took my son to France. So I'll miss these people, but I'm hoping, I'm a partier, so I'm hoping I'll be in touch with you after I leave here,